Hello, everyone. For those who've stayed on to have a chat, here we are, the man himself, just ready to have a chat with you. I've got some announcements to begin with. First of all, thank you for all your very positive comments and your encouragement. I really appreciate that. I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to suggest that you try as much as you can to read the description underneath each video I do, because there's lots of information in there to help you. And in some cases to answer some things that were happening in the puzzle that perhaps I needed to explain better. Also, if you go onto my website is my website is www.sudokuguy.com. And if you go on there and then scroll down, you'll come to a heading that says techniques, procedures, and tricks. And there, if you open that up, it's an Excel sheet. It's got all the videos that I've done listed and the different techniques that are taught in those particular videos. Okay, somebody asked about that, and I thought I'd mention that as well. I'm glad to see some people have joined me because of the super chat. Thank you so much. You'll notice this sometimes, but it's really helpful if you give me a thumbs up. Now, if you look at the bottom of the video, you'll see the little icon that says thumbs up or thumbs down. YouTube likes to see as many of those thumbs up as possible, and because I'm offering this whole service over these years free, and that may help them provide a few pennies towards my efforts. Okay. So the thumbs up is found at the bottom of the video. I think I've covered that. Now, there are several books. There's lots of books and apps all out there. One of the apps that I do recommend is an app called Enjoy Sudoku with a heart, and it's by Jason Lindhurst, I think, and his Linhart, and he does a great job, and you can learn a lot through him as well. I have. A new book that's just come on the market, and you can get it from Amazon, is called 1010 puzzles for adults. And it starts off with the easy ones, and then you gradually get into diabolical. But I must say, there's lots of puzzles to choose from, and if you know basic Sudoku tricks, you'll be fine. Even in the fairly advanced puzzles, you don't have to know all these really advanced techniques and patterns and so on that we cover for advanced techniques. Okay, so that's a few comments I wanted to mention. I think I've covered them all. So now I would be happy to look at, we've got people from all over the world here. Thank you so much. If I hear somebody from India, somebody from Malaysia, somebody from the Philippines, excuse me, my eyes are really bad. I've got to get this close. I'm getting old. Brazil, yeah, Brazil, Mexico. Oh, gee, thank you so much for joining in. Another one from the Philippines. Wonderful. Yes. Somebody's asked, have I reached Australia? Well, this video that you've just seen, I'm sitting in a quarantine hotel. 2 weeks in one room. Could you handle that with your partner? We're doing fine. Catherine's great to be with. But it is a fantastic hotel. As a quarantine hotel, they fed us really well. They're very good service, and we've survived. And when I look out of the window ahead of me, I'll show you right now, but I'm looking at a whole series of skyscrapers in Sydney, Australia. And this is Darling Harbour in front of me, the Ferris wheel, and it's very close to the famous Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. So it's a fantastic city, but we're just here for a little while because when we flew from Canada to here, we had to stay in a hotel and quarantine here for 2 weeks before we could leave. And now we're all, I don't know about your country, but we've got outbreaks of COVID happening all over the place in spots, and can really affect our ability to eventually get to our destination, which is the city of Adelaide in South Australia. So that answered that question. Thank you for the question. I'm just looking at some other points here. Okay, we love the readers. Oh yes, a couple of things I'd like to mention is that, yes, I already told you. Sorry, already senior moment. California, yeah, India, another one from California. Wonderful to have you. Now, you'll notice that this particular premiere I put on in the afternoon in Australia, in Sydney, and I've had complaints from all over the world because that time is not suitable. For example, if you're in America, it's in the middle of the night. But in other countries, like in England, it's pretty early in the morning, but in Europe, it's fine. In India, it's fine. So maybe next time when I do a premiere, and I've got another one coming up in the middle of next month, I'll try and pick a time so that those other countries can join in. Okay, if anybody has any questions, here's your chance. Here's somebody from Hawaii. Oh, this person says, I've learned a lot from you. I'm glad to hear that. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot just by doing Sudoku. There's some Austria. That's one interesting. We got Europe coming in now. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, somebody asked about one of the techniques, and I suggested I would tell them about it. Remember when I said if you go onto my website and scroll down to the index of all these different techniques that I'm teaching, and I covered a lot of them today, it'll give you a number on the Excel sheet. It gives you a number, and that number represents, if you click on it, it'll take you to the video that actually covers that topic. Fair enough? What is your advice, youth? Okay, here's a good question. I have a series of about 24 lessons, and it's called Sudoku for the Young. And if you go onto my channel page, and if you want to know my channel page, it is YouTube.com/Sudoku guy. And that'll take you to my channel page. And on that channel page, you have all over 125 videos that I've made over the years. And there's a whole series called Sudoku for the Young. So if you have children in the family, that's a good way for them to start. There's also another place called Sudoku Teachers Pay Teachers. I give another series on that one as well for very young ones as well as students. By the time the young people have gone from lesson 1 in Sudoku for the Young up to, say, lesson 24, they have no problems taking on my lessons from the beginning. And you know, another thing I should share with you, it's amazing the number of people who make comments, ask me questions underneath videos, which I appreciate very much. And it's obvious that they have not seen my channel page and have not gone up to the beginning and gone through the steps, because they're asking questions that if they'd have gone through lessons, say 1 to 12 or 1 to 25 or tutorials up to 1 to 20, they would have that knowledge. So that's something to keep in mind. Tell your friends if they want. If you just go to the channel page, it's called, and you can then find out go to any level that you want, from very difficult, which is what I'm doing now. And the last from about 50 on, no, about 34 or 5 onwards are all pretty difficult. techniques to learn. And this one is one of the ones I'm most excited about. Now, sometimes you can call it advanced rule of exclusion, because a locked candidate or a locked little number means that you can exclude other numbers, sometimes in the block, sometimes in the row or the column. So you can call this lesson today 3 topics, but I think it's getting rid of little numbers, locked little numbers. Everybody, questions? Let me see if sorry if I don't get everybody's questions. I'll do as best I can. Thank you. Oh, here's somebody who's done Sudoku for the young, and they say it's very charming. Oh, you've made my day. It's now dark. You've made my day. Thanks so much. So let me see how much time I've got. I've got about 2 minutes left.
Have you taken your vaccination?
Oh, yes. Somebody's asked, have I taken my vaccination? I've had 2 vaccinations. So that enabled us to get to Australia, and it really helped, because it's not so easy for Australians. I am originally an Australian, Canadian. It's not easy for Australians to get back to Australia. And I have been very lucky because I'm a citizen, and although I've lived in Canada for 53 years, we're coming back here because we want to spend time with the grandchildren and the family, and they are all here. Okay, so time is up. Thanks for looking and staying on for the live session. And next month, I'll do the same thing. Okay, take care. Bye for now. That was fun.
Well done.